everyone, welcome to the video. Today I decided that I kind of wanted to do a flip through of my 2023 life journal from last year. I really love journaling and it's something that I'm really passionate about, so I love watching journal flip through videos and I figured why not do one myself. To get started, this is the journal. It's just a blue felted cover sketchbook. It just has blank pages inside. We have this cream color here. It's also a two-tone journal, so the back has like this really nice gray color. Sadly, I never got to the gray pages because in 2023 I kind of didn't do as much journaling as I usually like to do. Getting right into the journal, let's open her up. So starting off, this is like my introduction to 2023 spread. On the left here is kind of like my goals, goal setting, vision board type page. I actually like doing these on the first few pages of my journal just so that way I can always open it up and see the goals for the year. So yeah, I just printed out a bunch of pictures from Pinterest. I drew these rabbits down here because it was the year of the rabbit last year. And then I just wrote all my goals on this page. On this side, I did an intro to me. I actually like doing this in my journals. I don't do it every year, but it's something nice so that way I can look back and kind of see how I looked and what I was into at the very beginning of the year. So here's just some pictures of me, obviously some quotes and stuff. I really like this one. It's like a nice pink theme. I was really into this like old Roman font at the beginning of the year, and you'll kind of see that throughout the beginning spreads of the journal. And then I really like doing this where I tuck like entries into pockets. Here's an example of that. I just like doing that so that way the writing's not always right in your face, it's kind of hidden. Here on this page is my library page. I also tend to do this every year. This is just to show obviously all the books that I want to read in the year. My goal for 2023 was 52 books, but I only ended up reading 18, which is still pretty good. 52 is kind of a high number for me. I never really read that many. This one is the theme for this page was supposed to be Moonlight Sunrise because of the Twice single that had dropped. So I just printed out those pictures, did like a pink color. Here's that font again. On this side of the page, we have my year in photos. I tend to do this as well every single year. I got this idea from other YouTubers on YouTube where basically they print out one photo for every month. I really like this because at the end of the year, you get to see 12 photos and say, wow, that was my whole year. Just 12 photos. I just wrote the little months and a little tiny sentence describing each photo. Here's that continued, the last 6 months of the year. Of course, just the same thing, a little quote, a little title. Here on the right, I have my January title page. I like doing this every month, but last year I did not do it every month, so we're only gonna see about 3 or 4 of these. This is my January one. I put this picture here. I got it from a Lunar Chronicles coloring book. So this is Cinder, if you know who that is. She's the cyborg, the main character from the Lunar Chronicles. Love her, but anyways, that's the photo right there. Here I just wrote January and then a tiny little quote that I typically get off Pinterest. Here on the left, I have a little entry page. So here's an example of me like putting the writing out on the page, but also if it's a continuation, I'll put it in a little pocket. So here, I need more space, so I did a little pocket in here. I usually get these little pockets from Daiso, so it's super great because they're super cheap, super pretty. Like this is so nice, the Alice in Wonderland. And I just write my entry. Doesn't even have to be on a pretty piece of paper because no one's gonna see it. And I just tuck it in right there. These flowers I also drew. I found some inspiration on Pinterest. I just looked up like ink flower drawings and I just drew some myself. Right here, I really like it. I remember writing something about like how it was so cold outside in January, so I wanted to put a little life on the page. Here on the right side, I have my January books read. So I usually try to do this every month where I'll write down all the books I read that month along with a little rating and maybe a little review of the book. But for this month, I read 3 books and I noticed that they were all kind of fishy or ocean themed. So I drew the fish from Everything, which is like the Hawaiian state fish. To Kill a Kingdom is like a mermaid and pirate romance story. And then Why Fish Don't Exist, like the whole book is about fish. So if you've read this book, you know. But yeah, so I just wrote here that I thought it was a pretty fishy month in January. Alright, so here on this next page, this is my February title page. I really like the way this one turned out. I think it's super pretty and like kind of vintagey looking. I don't know. But basically I just put some of this little lace here, some heart doilies, this heart ribbon, and then this like oldish kind of strawberry paper. I just really like the way it all goes together, and then I put boom, February like smack in the middle. I like doing this, like just writing the word on all caps, because I don't know, it just puts like focus to the center, and it's super easy to do too. You don't even have to like know calligraphy or anything like that. Here on the second page is also just a little entry. I obviously wrote some stuff here, and then have another little pocket, which like I said, I really love to do when it comes to entries, just because it's cute to have things that you pull out and tuck in and stuff. That's what I like doing, at least. But yeah, here's just some stickers and some papers and stuff. Here's my March title page. I think this one is so cute. I love the way it turned out. I cut out these little Animal Crossing characters from like an Animal Crossing magazine that I found at my library. And I just had this paper. I put 2 Polaroids of me and my cat because Animal Crossing. And I even put this little like thingy that says photos taken in January. My animals crossing, happy March. I love doing stuff like this because it's so simple, but I feel like it adds a lot of like flair to your journal, even though it's literally just a little strip of paper. I did some stickers, and yeah, it's a really cute page. Here on the other hand, I don't like this page very much. It's very, I don't know, I think it's like unorganized. It's not very balanced. But here I had just put in this paper of a drawing I did while I was on the phone with my friend. It does not look very good, which I think could be a reason why I don't really like this page. But yeah, I just did a little writing right here, put some stickers. Super basic, not my favorite. Here's a random day spread, April 14th, 2023. I like doing this when I want to catch up, kind of show what I've been doing and stuff, because as you can tell, we went from March to April. So here's just some things. I remember I had just gotten this game, Disney Dreamlight Valley. I wanted to write a little bit about it. My brother had given me this Pokemon card, and I didn't really know where to put it because I don't use Pokemon cards, so I just put it in here. Some stickers for my job, you know, just little things. Sometimes I have keepsakes and I don't really know where to put them, so I think doing a journal entry like this is a super great place to put them somewhere. Alright, so on this side we have my Ready to Be page, which is the Twice tour that happened in 2023. On this day, I wanted to commemorate this day because I went to go see my best friend, and we spent the day securing tickets to the Twice concert. So I wanted to do that. I printed out a bunch of pictures from our day and then the Twice tour poster. I scratched this in with like that foil paper where it's like gold underneath, and I wrote Ready to Be. I really like doing this. It's like tracing paper, I think, and I just wrote everything on there with pen. You gotta make sure it dries though, or else it will smear. And then I just taped it above our photos, so that way you can see the photos still underneath, but you know, you have a nice little place to write stuff. And it's really great because you can honestly tape this over anything and you'll have like a double spread. You'll have space to write and have your entry, and then you'll have space for pictures, which is why I love it so much. Here on this side, I did a where I've been. I typically do this when I don't journal as much as I'd like and things have been happening. So that's kind of what I did here. It's just a where I've been. A bunch of pictures from April, I'm pretty sure, like Easter and everything. And then again, here's a little pocket with more writing. This pocket's a little different because it's like a, it peeled off some of the bottom. But this pocket's a little different because it's just a little strip. It's not really like a pocket. But this is nice too because you can just have, it's literally so low effort. You can just put one little piece of paper and it'll hold your entry in there for you, so. But yeah, that's basically it. I love doing these because it gets a lot of different entries and memories packed into your journal for a little bit of space and also a little bit of time. Here is one of my favorite pages of this journal. In May of 2023, a lot of stuff was happening for me. I went to go see the Super Mario Brothers movie and I absolutely loved it. I'm pretty sure everyone loved that movie, so not really a popular opinion, but I just printed out a bunch of pictures from the movie. Obviously we have Peach, the brothers, the little penguins, and then I have this like movie poster. I put Luigi and Mario down here as well because I needed to have it, and I really like doing stuff like this, like cutting out the characters. I drew this and I honestly feel like it looks super bad because what are these R's? Like they don't even look alike at all. But usually I trace whenever I'm doing stuff like this, but for some reason I guess I didn't. But whatever. And then here I just wrote my review of the movie and everything, which obviously is a 10 out of 10. Here on this side is a page commemorating the Tears of the Kingdom trailer that had come out. I was super excited. I put pictures from the trailer. I put these stickers. I wrote my review and everything. I drew this little Triforce and put the release date on there, May 12th, 2023. So I was super excited for this. So just looking back at this, it's so nice just remembering the feeling of excitement. Here is when I feel like I really started to hit a wall when it came to journaling. I never really knew what to journal about anymore, so I was just doing random spreads. Here, for instance, I did a sticker spread. I'm not saying that it's bad, but it's definitely a give up for me at least. I honestly always have a bunch of stickers that I'm just hoarding. So I just made this page where I put a bunch of them on here. Super simple. On this side, not my favorite spread. I just did like a random scrappy kind of looking spread. And I just wrote right here where I've been. And I put, where have I been? July 15th, 2023. Here's just some pictures from my job. I put a little quote right here from a Billy Joel song. A bunch of stickers and stuff, nothing too crazy. These are just spreads I was doing whenever I was feeling really burnt out and tired. I would just come home and do something like this because super easy, super low effort. Here on this side, this is like a cover of a journal I had finished and I thought it was super cute, so I wanted to keep it. So I just cut it out and stuck it in this journal. Here, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite spreads that I think I've like ever done in journaling, because every time I look at this spread, I relive the concert. But basically this is just my Twice Ready to Be concert page. I printed out a bunch of pictures that we took from that night. This is me and my friend, this is me. I have all the pictures of the Twice members when they were here. This is our concert picture that they took in the night. Here's a Mina dollar, which is, if you know, they throw these out during the concert. This is not a real Mina dollar though. I was on a Discord page and some girls were posting their Mina dollars. Screenshotted, printed it out, now it's here. That's how I get my hands on things that I don't really have. I just screenshot them. And then I have a bunch of little quotes from their songs. I printed out every Twice member from that night, like their outfits and how they looked from that night, because I just wanted to remember as much as I could from that night. So that's kind of what I did here. Here's that font again, but I honestly feel like it looks super good and cohesive together. Here's a little pocket, which I'm pretty sure just has more photos in there. Yeah, I just wrote extra photos. There's a little Chewy picture. But yeah, so I love my pockets. I love my spreads. This one is peak journaling. Alright, and then here on the left, I have my Cecilia as of spread. I tend to do this every year as well around the midpoint. But here, as you can tell, I did it in September because I was really holding off on this spread for some reason. But I usually like just asking myself questions like my current hobbies, latest songs I like. I take the personality test to see what type of personality I am at that time of the year, which I usually always get the same one, but. And then my favorite quotes, stuff like that. Here's a picture of me. I usually put a picture of myself as well as pictures of things I'm into, so K-pop and Zelda. But yeah, it's just a nice way to kind of keep track of things you're into during certain points of the year. And it's pretty interesting looking back on stuff like that. Here on the right side, I have my fall October list. I usually do this every season, like things I want to do that season, like a checklist kind of thing. I did this long one. This is not my favorite page, but I just did these sticky notes, wrote a bunch of things that I usually find on Pinterest, and just a few stickers. So over the course of the next few months, I got super into K-pop card collecting, and me and my friend had an Instagram account. So over that time, I was getting a lot of mail. So here's just some of the scraps from that time. I would get a lot of little notes from people, a lot of pictures from albums. So here's Sana and Momo. It's all Twice, so there's another Sana. And then Sana, Momo, and Chewy. But yeah, everyone would just leave such nice notes, and I really wanted to keep them, so. Here's basically almost the end of my journal. I stopped journaling last year in October just because, I don't know, last year was kind of tough for me at the end of the year, journaling wise, and I was running out of ideas. Luckily this year that doesn't seem to be happening, so I'm super happy about that, but this is kind of the end. We have just a little entry right here, just some stickers, super basic. On this side I did a whole sticker spread again and just wrote October in the middle. And this is my last spread of 2023, which is actually unfinished, as you can tell. But I had just wanted to do like a movie spread where I did different little reviews on movies I had watched, so I put a bunch of them here. I usually print these out with my little black and white foam memo printer, but I just wrote movies 23, and then I had written some of the reviews down, but not all of them. But yeah, so that's basically it for this year's journal. I obviously really wish that I had journaled more, especially since in previous years, like 2020, 2021, I journaled way more than this. It is kind of sad that I didn't do as much, but this year I think I've definitely gotten way better at journaling, making sure I'm documenting things even though the page might not look so perfect. But yeah, so if you guys want to see those other journals, because I do have around 4 other journals that I could show you guys, I would be so happy to. I love journaling and it's like one of my favorite hobbies. And if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. So thank you guys again so much for watching and clicking. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!